It was first recorded in England in 1672. 17 years earlier, in 1655, the Jews returned to England. Do you think maybe the 10 energy centers of Hebrews' Kabbalah's Tree of Life inspired those 10 geometric shapes of this child's Tree of Life, which teaches children disciplines like patience, focus, and balance? The second example is American baseball rules were formed in the mid-19th century, just around the same time as Ralph Waldo Emerson and others were sowing the seeds of new thought, crossing the northern United States with lectures and essays. So we have to wonder, did spirit nudge the creators of a game with rules and sacred geometry so specifically inspired by the number 9? 9 has been held as a number sacred to the goddess worldwide, from ancient India, Greece, and Egypt to the Celts and Mayans. And baseball rules are for 9 players to play 9 innings of 3 strikes per out and 3 outs per inning while running bases that are 90 feet apart. And all Major League Baseball teams play 81 home games, 9 times 9, and 81 away games. A multiple of 9 whose digits add up to 9 is 108, also a number held sacred to the goddess. For this reason, there's 108 prayer beads on Indian malas, and there's 54 beads that circle Catholic rosaries. And all baseballs have 108 stitches, including the million that are sewn every year for the Major League Baseball. Now, as you may have...
Is that why Yogi Berra was such a good baseball player?
Yeah, he was a yogi. That's right. That's where he got all those metaphors. Now, you may have seen the Oz Field of Dreams as green. I now invite you to see Dorothy and her friends in the field of blue as I invert their playing field. For we are now mixing myth to place soul within God's downstream river. So what was once the lines of a baseball infield is now the shape of the soul's boat. And what were the baseball foul lines are now the riverbanks of yogic discipline. To stay within these disciplines, the soul flows downstream with spirit. But to be distracted by ego and go off the path, all flow stops as the soul gets stuck. So the guard against physical, emotional, and mental temptations from the shores, soul posts body, mind, and heart as vigilant against temptations of their own kind. It reminds us what the Buddha did every time he defeated a demon, he gave him a job. So here we're placing Dorothy in the role of another mythic hero, Odysseus. It was this wily Greek king who designed the Trojan horse that ended the 10-year war, as told in Homer's Iliad. The story continues in its sequel, the Odyssey, the 10-year journey of another hero on a mission to go home. Throughout this journey, the king and his men fought enemies at sea and on land until only Odysseus survived to arrive on the shores of his homeland. But before he could be restored to his rightful throne, he had to defeat the suitors who were taking over his home to demand his faithful wife Penelope choose one of them to replace Odysseus, who was presumed dead. Fortunately, Odysseus was not alone, for he had aligned with the goddess Athena, and the goddess protected him 108 times to defeat 108 usurpers of the throne. The usurpers are metaphors for the various archetypes of the ego and moods of the hour that assume the center of our consciousness in the seizure of the soul's divine throne. And like Odysseus, only by aligning with spirit does the soul succeed in these vigilant daily battles. Finally, we return to Pinocchio and Geppetto in the belly of the whale. Holly and I will recreate the internal dialogue between the older ways of thinking and new thought accessed by the self. Look for the metaphor of fire in the self-talk of effective spiritual mind treatment.
I'm Geppetto.
Pinocchio.
But Pinocchio must be truthful now, so he must show a nose that more accurately reflects his past lies.
All right.
Yeah, so,
Let's get out of here, Dad.
okay. Get out. Oh, no, no, son. I've tried every way. Why, I even built a raft.
A raft, that's it. We'll take the raft. And when the whale opens his mouth.
No. Now listen, son. He only opens his mouth when he's eating. Then everything comes in. Nothing goes out. It's hopeless, Pinocchio. It's hopeless. Come, we'll make a nice fire and we'll cook some of the fish.
A fire, that's it.
Yes, and then we'll all eat again.
You can't see it. A great big fire, lots of smoke. Anyway.
Lots of smoke. Lots of smoke. Smoke? Oh yeah, sure. A smoked fish will taste good.
Quick, some wood.
Pinocchio, not the chair.
More wood.
Oh, well, what will we sit on?
We won't need it, we're getting out.
Getting out? But how?
We'll make him sneeze.
Make him sneeze? Oh, that'll make him mad. It won't work.
Hurry, Father, climb aboard.
Climb aboard. Oh, we'll never get by those teeth.
Yes, we will.
We're going back.